Hello, everyone, and thank you for allowing us to tell you about our company, Little Big Loan. My name is Eric Rosenblatt, and this is my co-founder, Vishnu Murthy. Little Big Loan is an online peer-to-peer lending platform that connects socially conscious investors to students in need of college financing. We derive our revenue from a loan origination fee. Our vision is to end the cycle of poverty here in the United States. Education is the key to escaping from this cycle, yet many Americans cannot afford higher education. As both public and private universities get more and more expensive, the gap between available financing and the full cost of an education is widening. Little Big Loan will help solve this problem. We enable students to reach a network of potential lenders to raise the financing they need through peer-to-peer loans. We do this by having students fill out detailed loan applications, which are posted to our website and available for viewing by potential lenders. Any individual will be able to access our database of student borrowers and filter them based on characteristics such as what high school they went to, what sports they played, what career interests they have, and others.
Our website will operate similarly to an eBay or Match.com, an online marketplace for student loans to be built off of personal connections. Our founding principle is easy to use. We have simple loan terms, 5-year loans initially set at a 15% interest rate. As of last year, the peer-to-peer lending market was a $6 billion market, with the largest competitors being Prosper and Lending Club. Our competitive advantage lies in our focus on education and the personal connection that we build between student borrower and lender. So how will we find these potential lenders? We have devised a tiered marketing strategy that will initially target charitable investors who see a loan to a student as more of a donation than an investment. As we build a repayment rate history and prove that our business model works, we will then expand to more returns-focused investors. Little Big Loan is the perfect blend for both of our professional and personal interests. Before business school, I worked in finance and at an online retail startup doing business development. While working, I was also an active volunteer at SIA, a youth development center in Queens, where I tutored several high school students who could not afford to go to college. Eric also worked in finance, where he covered the technology sector at a hedge fund and developed credit and risk management skills by underwriting private loans. For our first round of fundraising, we are seeking $225,000, which we will use to build our website and pay for legal and marketing expenses. With this capital and under our management, our company vision is possible. We project that in 5 years, we can help more than 35,000 students go to college by simply matching them with lenders through our website. Everyone wins with Little Big Loan. We are helping students go to college, offering lenders a social investment, and creating value for our investors. Thank you for your time.
Can you discuss the legal aspects of this and the regulatory aspects, banking and otherwise?
There's, so currently the peer-to-peer lending market is undergoing regulatory regulations right now. On the lender side, we would potentially be regulated by the SEC. On the borrower side, we would be potentially regulated by the FDIC. The industry itself is so brand new that there really hasn't been a template set forward for how all these companies are going forward. There's also potential regulation by the FTC on the state side as well. So we are right now, that's why for our potential first round of fundraising, we're assessing $100,000 of that capital round to use for legal expenses and regulatory constraint expenses.
Have you thought at all about the low rates of college completion from very vulnerable students? And in the public community colleges, only about 21 or 22% of the students who start a 2-year program complete within 6 years. So what's the exposure that you would have for students who don't have the education skills? It's more than just the loan money to attend.
Sure. We've considered that. Well, we initially want to provide this as a supplementary loan to students who necessarily can't, that are working full time. So for students that are going to community colleges and to even 4 universities, we want our website to really build a social connection and to provide a social incentive along with a financial incentive to pay the lenders back. So even though that there are instances where there are students who necessarily don't finish college, that's why we do have a high interest rate to attract obviously lenders, but aren't necessarily burdensome to the students.
Who do you see as the competition for those charitable dollars early on?
So for the competition for the charitable dollars, we're initially targeting charitable investors who donate money to the Red Cross or to other just faceless charities where they don't have any idea where the money goes. What we want to do is empower the lenders and have them actually have discretion on where exactly the money goes to. So we see our competition just being charities and other organizations where you give money to, but you have no power or control of where that money goes to.
And so initially, would it be a tax-deductible donation?
No, it would not be.
So it's never going to be tax-deductible?
No.
Okay. So the term, you're going to structure it as a loan?
Yes.
From the beginning? Okay. And how did you come up with those terms?
So we wanted to provide, so our terms are 5-year loans where we have 1 year of deferred interest to provide the student the summer to work for, so he can build up cash to pay for following interest rate payments. So we wanted to initially lend to students who are entering into college in the fall, graduating high school seniors, and then it's a 5-year loan, so it provides 1 year of working afterwards to provide, again, to build up the money to pay for the principal afterwards. So we came up with the loan terms on just talking to students, doing market surveys, and seeing what loan terms would be amenable to them.
And if these are supplemental, what would the seniority be? Would they be junior to the other debt outstanding?
Well, of course,
The other
you'd have to
loans?
pay, I wouldn't say that they're junior to anything, that it's on the same level. Because again, we're partnering with credit rating agencies going forward, so any loan that the student doesn't repay, it would affect their credit score going forward.
You said you're going to raise a few $100,000. You said a lot of that's going to be spent on legal regulatory issues.
Right.
To actually get a marketplace, I'd figure you need to have an initial amount of seed capital to get liquidity in the marketplace too. No, do you feel like the loans? Are the loans going to be? Are you going to have any capital base yourself before you start approaching?
No, we're not taking any
You're not
risk in
gonna-
terms of, we're just essentially acting as a broker between
You're
lenders
pure
and
broker. You're not
borrowers.
actually storing any
We're not
actual payments.
sourcing any of the loans or taking any of the student
okay.
lending risk.
Okay, got it.
Okay, thank you.